AI really do magic in our business, we need to do three things. We need to train our team, make sure they're actually using the tools that we have. We need to redesign our workflows so that AI is really part of it and drives some of it. And we need to make sure we keep safe all the time while we do it. Today, I want to focus on that first one, how we keep upskilling our team, because we can do a big AI training day. I sometimes run them and we get very excited and we cover a lot of ground, but then the following day people go back to work and some of them get really excited and will continue exploring, and some of them have learned great new skills that they're going to put in their workflow today all the time. But the technology continues to evolve and there's so much we haven't covered, and a week later there's new things that are not there. So what we really need is a way to keep everyone up to date all the time with the new things and keep bringing them into our workflow without taking a big training day every other day. So what do we do? Well, what I see that works the best is after that initial training and everyone's got the basics and everyone knows where to find their tools and they know how to keep safe, we need to keep that regular rhythm to keep the knowledge up to date and to keep implementing new things into our workflow across the entire business. What I urge businesses to do, and works really well, is book a 15-minute a week session on AI. 15 minutes, not more. And in that 15 minutes, what do? There's a simple formula. We bring in one little AI capability, use case, way of using AI. We demonstrate how we use it. We brainstorm with people where that could apply in their workflow. We let them try that. And that's it. 15 minutes once a week. And what kind of things do we cover in those 15 minutes? Well, I suggest we do a rhythm of 3 weeks skills, 1 week safety. So we teach them how to put AI into workflow, what they can do with AI, and then we go, here's what can go wrong, and here's how to keep safe, and here's how to make sure you're in the right place, and all of those things. And what do we cover in those 15 minutes of skills? One thing at a time, no more. And it's always about patterns. It's always about showing them, here's how I used it in my workflow. This is really a pattern. Where does it fit in your workflow? So for example, here's how I uploaded this PDF of 2 insurance policies that I needed to compare, and I had to find the key details there. Where does that fit in your workflow? The pattern is I have documents with a lot of information in there. I need to find some key content in there and list that. Maybe trust deeds, maybe other things. Where does that fit? And then let everyone run the same scenario in their workflow. That's it. The next week, we can look at, here is how I created a prompt that reviews a piece of work that I've done and checks the main things are there and any issues and any inconsistencies. How great does that work? I did that for GST returns. Where does that fit in your workflow? And they'll all come with ideas and they'll all implement them right there and then, and off we go. Here's how I get AI to help me with my timesheets. Here's how I get AI to help me prepare for a meeting. Here's how I get AI to help me draft this kind of content. Here's how I get AI to help me inside my spreadsheets, and so on and so on and so on. Sounds easy? Because it is. It's much easier than creating a whole training day and expecting people to remember everything and expecting people to show up and dealing with people who weren't there that day and with new people and all of that. The hard bit every single time is coming up with those ideas and preparing them. So that mental energy that keeps going, oh, what am I going to cover this Wednesday? What am I going to cover this Wednesday in my training with my team? And so for that, I love to help. In our club, AI with Inbal, I have a list of activities and I keep sharing more and more activities so everyone in the club can just go and pick one every week. I make sure there's enough for all the weeks and for different experience levels. And the examples are built in with the spreadsheet attachments, with the PDFs, with all the things that you need so that you can just show up and run it. Isn't that useful? I think it's useful. If you want to join us at the club, the July intake is now open. We do monthly meetups, we do co-working sessions where we actually implement. We have one-on-ones with me included. We now have training sessions built in as well to get you started with Microsoft Copilot or with Claude, or to get you started with agents or whatever it is. And you have a library of activities to run with your team or with yourself so that you keep building the skills in a consistent, sustainable, reliable way. I love it. If you want to join us, inbal.com.au/AI club. See you there.